What's going on, YouTube? Today we got a fun video for you. I'm gonna teach y'all how to tie a tie. Now, maybe some of you guys are watching this because you like the ASMR. Maybe some of y'all are watching because you literally want to learn how to tie a tie. And I'm gonna hook you guys both up. We're gonna do ASMR and how to tie a tie at the same time. I noticed that about 50% of you guys aren't even subscribed to the channel. So if you guys like my videos, if you like this video, it would be much appreciated if you guys go down there and hit that subscribe button, as well as like the video. It all helps me out. And yeah, it'd be much appreciated. So without further ado, first thing you gotta do before you tie a tie is button your shirt, okay? This is normally how I wear my dress shirts if I'm not wearing a tie. A couple buttons undone, you gotta button that up. So once we got it all buttoned up, I normally leave the top button open because I'm not trying to like choke myself out while I'm tying the tie. This is the tie that we got today. It's very awesome. I got it from the Men's Warehouse. It's like a flower, kind of fluorescent, blue and black and white or silver, or whatever you want to call it. I love it. This is one of my favorite ties right here. I'm a big flower guy when it comes to dressing up. I don't know why. It's kind of that drip though. You gotta get that drip, that classic drip. So the first thing you do is flip up your collar. I'll flip it up. Okay, so if you guys have never tied a tie before, you gotta know something. There's a thick side and a thin side, okay? Thick and thin, thick and thin. I always put my thick side over my right shoulder and my thin side over my left shoulder, okay? That's first. So you can have the thin in the left hand, thick in the right hand, okay? Got it? Good, let's go. So what you wanna do is when you're tying a tie, I see a lot of people, when I see a lot of people tying ties, like, you know, they look up a video on how to do it, or their dad or someone shows them, and a lot of y'all don't have anybody to show you how to tie a tie. So when y'all look up how to tie a tie, y'all be tying it all weird, and it'd be like chest level or something, and you're looking like a clown or something like that. The right way to tie a tie is you want this to fall at your belly or at your waistline, okay? That's where you want it. You want it right where your belt is or right where your belly is. One of those two. It's kind of up to you. So in order to do that, you're going to want to have a lot of length on this side, because we're going to be tying it around this small side, and most of all the tying, all the length that's going to go away is on the thick side. So you want the thick side to be longer every single time, okay? So I like to start with the thin side being about this long. See how long this is? Way longer, because we're going to tie with it. Alright, so left hand, thin side. Right hand, thick side. Ready? It's the first step. Pay attention. It's kind of tricky. Left side, thin under the thick. Boom. That's the first step right there. And you always want to hold it right here, because if you don't hold it, then it gets all loose and your knots are all f***ed up. You don't want to get messed up knots, okay? So thin side, under the thick side. Pretty easy, okay? That's the first step. Now, after you have the thin side under the thick side, you're going to take the thick side and you push it underneath like this. So it's not that hard, okay? Thin, thick. You got to cross like this. Always hold it. Whatever you're doing, whichever hand it is, make sure you're holding it in place, okay? So look, thin side under the thick side. You take the thick side and you push it underneath. You see that? You push underneath. Then you pull it up. Pull that whole thick side through. See that? Boom. Now we got a little knot starting to form here. Alright, so once you've pulled it underneath, this is still the thick side, okay? You're gonna cross it over back to the other side, okay? Remember the thick side was over here? Now we're gonna pass it back over here. Alright? And now watch. See how I'm doing this? And I'm gonna hold it. So now thick side's just over here. That's all it is. Now, once you have your thick side back over here, you're gonna tuck it again. You're going to put it down through here again, like this. You want it to come down here and then pull it through. So pull it through. So now what you have here is your formation for your knot here, okay? You got the form. See how it makes a little triangle? Kind of looks like the size of a normal tie. That's good. That's what you want. So from here, but this looks ugly, you know what I'm saying? This doesn't, you're not going to wear this out like this. And plus there's no knot here, it's still loose. So how do we tie it down is the final step, okay? You cross it over again, okay? So look, this is still the thick side. The thin side is just chilling, we're tying around it. Take the thick side, and you cross it over like this, just right in front. Cover up that messy stuff, you know what I'm saying? Okay, cover it up, and I guess what we do, we tuck it again. We go through the bottom to the top, pull it through, make sure you're holding, always be holding, okay? So now we got it like this, okay? So this is the nice cover that we're gonna have. This is what people are gonna see. Remember, here's the thick side. We just crossed it over. Now what we do, since we crossed it over, there should be a little bit of space here, just a little bit. See that? You can stick your finger through there. See that? You're gonna take the thick side and pop it right through there. So you push it down, right there. See the tip of it? Pull it through. Alright, hold on. Pull it through, like face fronting. You don't want the seam. Make sure when you pull it through, the seam's on the back. Okay? And boom. So you got your rough design for your tie right there. You see that? Just like that. Now, from here, it's still loose. So what I like to do is I like to pull this down. It makes it tight. Just pull this down like this. Makes the knot a lot tighter. You'll see it starts to kind of solidify, get more solid. That's what you want. You want a nice stiff knot going on. You can squeeze the bottom, make it look more like a tie, and then grab the thin side. When you cinch it up and you want to make it comfortable around your neck, you grab the thin side and just pinch right here. Make sure you're under the knot. Don't pinch this, but just pinch all this knottage. And you hold this, hold, and slide up with this hand, okay? So you hold here and slide. See that? It's kind of like a slip knot, to be honest. And now from here, you just want to make sure everything's good. Button this button right here. Now you can button your top button. Ooh. This suit, this dress shirt is kind of small now. I've been putting on some weight. What the fuck? Alright, I'm not gonna button it, but normally you can button it. The cool thing is since this is a pretty thick knot, I forget the name of this knot. I think it's not an Eldridge. It's I forget. You can look it up. This is my favorite knot though. So now you slide it out. Since I didn't button this button, you want to kind of lean it right here. Okay. Now you want to flip down your sides. You want to flip down your sides. So always start in the back. Take it, flip it down, and feel around. Make sure there's no kinks in it. Make sure there's no kinks. And boom. You don't have to button this, okay? Because when you cinch it up even more, it'll cover it. You see that? It'll cover it. And you're not so like, it's not like choking you out. You don't want to be choked out. No one likes that. I mean, some people like that. I can name a few. But you tie this up. Make sure that knot looks good. You can just play with it. Squeeze it here. Pull it out on the sides a little bit. Bend it out. Make it look real nice. And you slide it up just like that. Now, what you do from here, you got your tie. It's looking good. You're looking fresh. You're looking sharp, okay? See that? Yes, sir. That's a good knot right there. So now, what you want to do from here, I'm going to stand up really quickly. You got this back piece right here. It's just hanging around, okay? That's what these are for. You just slide it in the back here, just like this. Slide it through this little ring that you got right here. And boom, you got it secure. And look, it comes straight down to the waist. That's exactly where you want it. One last thing I gotta show you guys. Sometimes when you tie it, this piece is not long enough to go right here. Sometimes the short piece is like up here and it doesn't really fit in here. So what you can do in that scenario is, check it out. It's really simple. You take the small piece and just tuck it in your shirt like this. You just tuck it in there. Reach from the bottom and pull it down. So now your short piece is tucked into your shirt, because if it's not tucked in here or tucked into your shirt, then it flaps around. It looks really not good. It looks not neat. Nasty. Boo-boo. Poo-poo. You don't want it to look like that. So you tuck it in here, and boom, no one will ever know. Alright, that's all I got for you. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see y'all in the next one.